recording. Okay, so guys, when I send out the video, there's going to be 2 videos because I'm having to record in sessions. But let's take a look at number 35 and let's see if we can figure this one out. Okay, so 35 says a sample of 500 grams of radioactive lead-210 decays to polonium-210 according to the function. Okay, so they give me this function right here, where T is the time in years. And then it says, find the amount of radioactive lead remaining after 4 years, 6 years, 20 years. And then they're asking us to do something called find the half-life. Okay, so look, let me show you how we're gonna do the first. A of T equals 500 e to the negative 0.032 with a T, okay? And part A is asking us to find the amount in 4 years. So what I'm gonna do here, y'all, is everywhere I have the letter T, I'm just gonna plug in the number 4. Now, I'm gonna zoom in here, y'all, because I want you to see something. This piece right here, this is the part where I'm gonna end up using my calculator, and exactly the way I have it written down is exactly the same way you're gonna do this on your calculator. So let me stop sharing that part, and let me share my calculator with you guys so you can see what I'm looking at. Okay, so let me turn this guy back on. Let me clear all this business out of here. So first thing is 500. Okay, the way I get to the E on my calculator, y'all, I'm gonna hit the second button, and then right here next to the LN, right above it is that E. There we go. Now it opened up, on my calculator, guys, it does parentheses. If it doesn't put parentheses on yours, you definitely wanna put them in. So my power was a negative 0.032 times 4. Now all of that is my power. So I'm gonna close my parentheses there. I'm gonna hit enter, and the number that I'm coming up with is 439, and I believe the directions tell me to round to 2 decimal places. So I'm gonna put 439.93, okay? 439.93. Let me make sure I can share my screen with you guys again. Here we go. Okay, so 439.93. Oh, it says round to the nearest integer. Okay, so that means round to the nearest whole number. So the nearest whole number, y'all, that would just be 440. Okay. Now, I want you to look at part B. Part B says we're doing the same thing, except now it's 6 years. So I'm going to write this same way we did before, but now with a 6. Okay. So again, this part right here, y'all, is where I'm going to enter in on my calculator. So let's do that part. Okay, so look, I'm going to go 500. Oops. And then second, an ln, negative 0.032 times 6. And I'm coming up with, since we're rounding to the nearest integer, it means we're rounding to the nearest whole number. So here, you guys, I'm going to put 413. Okay. Let me stop sharing that part. Let me come back to my notes. And we're coming up with 413. That's what we're going to put right there. Part C, we're doing the same thing, except now we're doing this at 20. Okay. And just like we did before, y'all, that's the part that I'm entering in on my calculator. Okay, so let me stop sharing this. Let me pull up my calculator one more time. Okay, so we're going to go 500, second, ln, negative 0.032 times 20. Close my parentheses, right? All that's inside my, because all that's my exponent. Again, since we're rounding to the nearest whole number, 264. Here, okay. So 264. So right here, we're coming up to 264. Okay, so now we still have a part D to do, y'all. So part D says, can we find the half-life? Let me show you what this means. So my original problem looked like this. A of t equals 500 e to the negative 0.032 with a t. Okay, when we read through the problem, it said the amount they originally had was 500. The half-life means, what is half of 500? Well, I know half of 500 is 250. So I'm going to set 250 equal to this part right here. Okay. And I'm trying to solve for the letter t. So I want to show you how I'm going to solve for the letter t, y'all. The first thing is we're going to divide both sides by 500. So these are going to go away. If you take your calculator and you take 250 and divide it by 500, the number that you should come up with is a 0.5. And I want you to notice something, that 0.5 is the same thing as half, like half a dollar is 50 cents. Okay. Now, since we want to solve for the letter t, and t is written as a power, what we need to do here, y'all, is we need to take the ln on both sides. And the reason why we are taking the ln is because we have this e. And what happens, y'all, is with the ln and the e, they're inverse functions of each other. So in essence, they cancel each other out. So we end up with just the negative 0.032 with our t. And now if we want to solve this equation for the letter t, what we're going to do is divide everything by a negative 0.032. So these here will cancel out. This part right here, y'all, is what I'm going to enter in on my calculator, okay? So let me come back to my calculator so I can show you what I'm doing. And I'm going to come back over here. Oh, why is it not working? There we go. Okay. So, oops. So on my calculator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the ln. Now the ln is a button right next to the 4. So there it is, ln of 0.5, don't forget the point, divided by a negative, oops, I forgot my negative, negative 0.032. And the number that we're coming up with here, y'all, is like 21.66. I'm going to write that down because I don't know how many decimals it wants me to use. I don't know if it's 2 or 3. Give me 1 second. I can tell you. It's 2 decimals. Okay, so we came up with 21.66. Okay, let me stop sharing that. Come back to, excuse me, my notes. And we came up with 21.66. So that's the number that I'm going to use right here. Okay. That doesn't look like a very good 21. Let's fix that. Okay, so I want you to look at the numbers we have. 440, 413, 264, 21.66. Okay, so let's check our answers to make sure that I'm telling you guys the truth here and I'm not just making up little stories. Okay. So this was number 35. That's 35, here we go. And for our first answer, we came up with 440. And we're going to check it. Okay, bueno. For the second answer, guys, we came up with 413. 413. Check that one too. Okay. For the third one, we came up with 264. We got that, perfect. And for the last one, we came up with a 21.66. And boom, we got it done. Excellent question. Good job. This is a good question to go over. So I hope it is making sense, all as we're going through these questions here. Let me come back to my notes. So that was number 35. Excuse me. Does anybody have any questions? Let me do it this way. Anybody have any questions from either 36, 37, 38, or 39? Any of these four right here that y'all want me to take a look at? Let's see, I got something here in the chat. Let's take a look. Okay, Kathleen, all right, you're good. You're good, don't worry about it. If you don't have any more questions, Kathleen, you know you're free to log off whenever you're ready. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions? 36, 37, 38, 39, or 40 or 41? Anybody need any help with these here? Like I said to you guys, let's see, I got something here in the chat. 37 valid, definitely. Let's come back and let's take a look at 37. Okay, so let's take a look here at 37. The directions are asking us to solve this using the method of substitution. Okay, so let's just understand what we're trying to do here. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's see. Come back here. Here we go. Okay, so we're looking at 37 right here. And it's 4x minus y equals negative 9. So I'm going to write that over here where I got some room. 4x minus y equals negative 9. Let me see, I heard something else in the chat. Oh, 36. No problem. Let's go over 36. So let me do this. Let me get rid of this. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, 36. Let me see. Okay, similar problem. It's all good. Okay, 3x plus 7y equals 40. So 3x plus 7y equals 40. And negative 2x plus y equals 13. Negative 2x plus y equals 13. Okay, so guys, one thing I really want to do as we go through this problem, I want to remind you what it is we're really doing here, okay? So just to give you a heads up, what we're really doing here is we have two lines. I don't know what those lines are going to look like, but I'm going to make this up. One line is going to go like this, and the other line is going to go, I don't know, something like that. What we're trying to do is we're trying to find the point where those two lines meet, okay? That's what it means geometrically or graphically. But let me show you how we're going to do this using the method of substitution. Substitution says, look, I'm going to look at my two equations here, and I want to solve one of those equations either for the letter x or the letter y. It's probably really easy to solve this equation for the letter y because all we got to do is move that 2x over. When we cross the equal sign, y'all, my 2x becomes positive because we cross the equal sign, and we come up with y equals 2x plus 13. So what we're going to do now, you guys, is we're going to plug that in the top equation. So I'm going to write this out. 3x plus 7 times, instead of me writing y, I'm going to write it 2x plus 13, and that's equal to 40. Okay? So now let's go like this. 3x, we're going to go really, really slow here. 7 times 2x is a 14x. 7 times 13 is 91 equal to 40. So 3x and 14x is 17x plus 91 equals 40. I'm going to go minus 99, but 91 on both sides. And then finally, we're going to divide everything by 17. And we should come up with x is equal to negative 3. All right, now that we found what x is, the other thing we need to do, we need to come back and figure out what's y. So remember from that equation that I had there in the pink, we had y equals 2x plus 13, but we just found x to be the number negative 3. So 2 times negative 3 is a minus 6, and minus 6 plus 13 is a 7. Okay? And so what we're going to say is these two lines meet at the point negative 3 and 7. And since it's a point, y'all, we're going to use those little parentheses business. So what I'm going to do, this was number 30, let me see, 36, right? So look, let's come back to 36. Let me share my this part here with you, my lab, and it's telling me to write it as a point. So -3, 7 with parentheses, right? And I'm going to check my answer. Hey, we got it. So that's the method of substitution. Okay. All right, let me stop sharing that part, and then let me come back to the actual notes again. Let's come back over here. So again, we just did number 36. Anybody need any help with either 37, 38, 39, or 40? Let's see, I got something else here in the chat. 39, definitely, David. Yes, let's do number 39. Okay, so 39, y'all, we're trying to find the value of the determinant, okay? So let me walk out through the process how we do our determinants. What we do, guys, is we draw along the main diagonal, and we're going to multiply those two numbers. So -2 times 8, and then it's always minus going along this diagonal, -4 times -6. Okay. So now let's do this in pieces. So -2 times 8 is a -16, minus 4 times 6 is actually a -24. But remember, minus and minus make it plus. So if I owed you $16 and I had $24 and I paid you, we're going to be left with 4. Okay. So our determinant here, guys, is just the number 8. And so I'm going to stop sharing this part real quick. I'm going to come back over here. And we said this was number 39, I want to say. Here we go, yes. And we came up with an 8. And we're going to check our answer, and hey, we got it, right? Okay, so let me come back to my notes. And anybody need any help with either 40 or 41, y'all? Are we good with either of those? Anybody need any of those? All righty. So, like I said, guys, this is it for us. Like I said, the final will be ready tomorrow by noon. You can take it anytime between tomorrow and next Thursday. Guys, there is a $5 limit on the test. So you can't like start the test and then, you know, go to Delia's and have a bunch of tamales and come back the next day and work on it. You got to do it all in one sitting. But just make sure whenever you all decide to do it, guys, that you know you have a block of time to get it done. Do it when you feel like you're ready. Don't do it if you're not ready yet. And then the other thing, guys, just a quick reminder, remember, everything is due by 7 o'clock. So if you decide to take it next Thursday, which is completely fine, but if you decide to work on it at 6, then now you know you only have an hour to get it done, okay? And that's why I don't want that. So make sure that you do it when you have enough time, all that kind of good stuff, okay? Guys, the class assignments, if you haven't yet turned them in, turn them in. When you send them to me, you guys send them to me through Blackboard messages. Once I get them, I usually respond to you immediately saying, thank you for sending it in. When I send you that, thank you for sending it in, I've already graded it and I've uploaded your grade into my lab. So, so if you, when you get that response from me, do me a double favor, check in my lab to make sure that you have a grade for class assignment 1 or class assignment 2. You know, anything like that happens, let me know. Guys, when you're taking your test, if something happens and, you know, my lab's a little buggy or your internet goes down, something like that, send me a message on Chrono. You know, I'll be happy to get with you and figure out what we need to do, okay? But if your test doesn't load up, just close the window, don't hit submit, just close the window, open it back up, you should be good, okay? Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for us tonight. Thank you guys for showing up. I really appreciate it. Like I said, guys, good luck on your test. Take all the time, you know, take your time as you go through it. You're welcome, guys. I was happy to come in and sit here with you guys and go through this stuff. Like I said, y'all need a letter of recommendation, anything like that, guys, let me know. I'm happy to do it, okay? Y'all have a good one. Guys, I'm going to send you guys an email tomorrow, let you know when the test is ready. And I'm going to send you an email, letting you know what my office hours are for next week. so that if you got questions, you can message me anytime. But if I don't respond to you at a particular time, it may be because my office hours are over for the day or they haven't started yet, and I'll get back to you during those times, okay? Anyway, that's it for us tonight, guys. Thank you all for showing up. I will send out the recordings of these videos. If not by tonight, then definitely by tomorrow morning, okay? Y'all have a good one, guys. Be safe, okay?
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.